everybody, it's me, the Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. Welcome to Sunday at Virtual Vogue Knitting Live. We have rounded the corner to day 4, and we've got some great fashions and fibers to show you on today's show in the next hour. I thought I'd start by saying hi to everyone with Mr. Ben. Ben has just gotten his hairs cut. So he's got his little turkey bandana on, and he's ready for the fall season here. And he loves to help me while I am knitting. He is just my favorite knitting buddy. And even when I'm not knitting and I'm working on packages and getting everything shipped out to everyone, he's right there, right along with me. So we are here for, as I said, day 4. And for those of you who are joining us from Vogue Knitting Live, we have, and even those of you who are joining us on Facebook Live, we have a discount code for you that is VK Live. It is VK Live, and that is for free shipping on orders over $50 in the US and $10 off your shipping if you're an international customer. So if you are international and you place your order, pay your shipping, and then we will reimburse $10 of that to kind of help even out the score there for free shipping for everyone. So again, that's VK Live for your free shipping code in your discount. So I'm going to put Ben down so that I can talk with you all and bring you our great show for Sunday. You know, we had a lot of interest in one of our products yesterday. And though this is not a teaching class per se, as far as Vogue Knitting Live, folks have asked me to demonstrate how to create welts. And I will show you that in just a little while. So before our day is done, we'll make sure that we've got a good number of people on so that they can all benefit from the demonstration. So what's going on? Oh, we have a cat and a dog working together here harmoniously in the studio. So let's tell you a little bit about Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl and how we function here. Who's saying hi? Oh, hi. Oh, people want to say hi. Are people saying
Leslie Wells Flaherty, hi everyone, and Kitsy Demeray, good afternoon.
Kitsy, I feel like I just spoke with you. Leslie, I just wrapped up a package for you. It's been a crazy weekend, and we've got lots of good stuff going. So as a matter of fact, I think those two ladies, you two ladies, are going to be joining us on our knit along. So if you're new to Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl today, let you know that we are having our first virtual knit along where we are going to be knitting the Deja Vu capelet, and we've got some lovely yarns that we've put together for that. And you can find the knit along on our website at www.KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com, and you'll find all our products there. But if you are looking for something, and rather than scrolling through the whole website, if you prefer not to, you can just use our search bar. The name of this virtual knit along is Icebreaker. So if you want to put in Icebreaker or knit along, I'm sure you'll find it.
Vanessa Magalon, hello from the birthday girl. I think she's 22 today.
I think you are. Well, happy birthday to you, Vanessa. It's great to have you.
And Francine Rogers, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Francine. So just to follow through a little bit on our knit along yarns, we're teaming up Perio Fine from Juniper Moon Farms with let's see, one of the colors that this is one of the colorways actually, with Mirasol Nuna. So these are two lovely yarns. They're both fingering weight. The Perio Fine is, let me find the fiber content on that for you. It's an alpaca and polyamide blend. So it's 75% alpaca, 25% polyamide to give it some nice stability. And then the Nuna is 40% merino, 40% silk, and 20% bamboo. So you've got some beautiful yarns to work with. We have lovely color combinations, colorways that we've put together for you. Go to KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com, put in Icebreaker, and find your kit. The actual, our Zoom calls start this coming Wednesday. We'll have 2 calls a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. We have Wednesday evenings and Saturday mornings here on the East Coast, so that you can join one or both of them every week. And we'll be going, we'll be sharing our progress, getting to know the community that we're working with here. We chat with so many of you every day. It's going to be such a pleasure to meet you all in person and for you all to meet each other on those Zoom calls. So we hope to find you on our list of participants soon. I'm actually doing a couple of Zoom intros to Mosaic and Stranded Colorwork so that everybody's up to speed. So that is the knit along that we'll be doing. The project that I wanted to start off with today on our website, for all of our new visitors to Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, you find a combination of yarns by the skein as well as kits. We have lots of kits up there, and then we started adding our yarns by the skein when we became a little more of an online business thanks to COVID. And so that online business has brought us an opportunity to reach so many more people and to offer more of our products to folks who we've not met before. So if you see something that is listed as a kit, but you can't find the yarn separately, don't hesitate to send us a message and say, hey, I really like the Sonata, the Noro Sonata yarn, but I don't want to make the silver leaf shawl. Can I get the yarn separately? And we always accommodate that, just because we haven't had an opportunity to get everything up on the website. It's a work in progress for sure. And we continue to, it continues to evolve with the needs of our fans and our customers. So, Paula, we have folks who are saying hello. I just want to make
Gloria Hamilthy says hello.
Hi, Gloria. So if you're new, we don't know you're here unless you tell us. So let us know you're here. We run a very interactive hour here at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. If we walk by something and don't talk about it, just put it in the comment bar and, just say, oh, what was that pretty green yarn you just passed? And we'll try to take you back to it and get to all your comments as we go through. So yesterday, one of the things that I noticed, and I thank the person who mentioned it for bringing it to my attention, and that is that, we are heading into winter here in New England, but not everybody is heading into cold weather in the winter months. So I wanted to take a few minutes today and talk about some of the lighter weight yarns that we have and the lighter weight kits that we offer. And one of the really lovely lightweight yarns that was introduced this past year, I guess the end of last year, by Noro, is Noro Sonata. And the Sonata is it's a cotton, and I've got to go back and find my samples here, or my yarns, so that I give you the correct fiber content on Sonata. So this is a fabulous sport weight yarn, and it's a cotton, viscose, silk, and polyamide blend. So for those of you who are either A, in warmer climates, B, who just happen to run a little bit warmer as a normal body temperature, or C, allergic to wools, this Sonata is a fabulous yarn to work with. So we've got a couple of different kits up on our website. It's really nice. If you know Noro, the typical Noro yarns, you can go a complete 180 on that. This is a soft weight, a soft fiber, and it's got a little bit of a thick and thin to it. I mean, really very subdued, but you'll see that it's a little nubby. It's probably more nubby than it is thick and thin. And you can see how the fibers run through there. What is going on? Let me see if I can get, come here, you.
Ben doesn't want Oreo to come onto the sofa.
Okay, so the silver leaf shawl is one of our featured products or featured kits using Sonata. So I just wanted to show you, this was really very popular. The colors on the website are gorgeous. I should say the colors of the yarn are gorgeous, and you'll find all the different colors on our website. But this is a great way to get a little bit of lace knitting in, and to, and then the rest of it is garter stitch and with a little, a little eyelet in there. So really very, very pretty. And it feels great, and it's nice and lightweight. You can wear it year round. It's not a summer product. It's just a lighter, it's a cotton blend Noro yarn. So that's Sonata. And you can see some of the colors here. I just love the green. I'm a big wasabi lime color person. So, you can find that one there. And we've got the burgundies and the blacks and blues. So we've the full range of colors there in Sonata. So while we're looking at Sonata, let me also draw your attention to Kumo, because Kumo is more a tweedy look, or in this same sort of fiber, but this does have a little bit of wool in it. Kumo is a viscose cotton, silk, and wool blend. This is just slightly heavier. This is a DK weight, and it's great for all your summer projects and your lightweight yarn, lightweight sweaters and things like that. So right here, I decided to use this yarn to knit the this is the Anchor Tee, and it really worked up nicely in this. And one of the things that I have learned as I knit more and more sweaters is go with the smaller size, because once you start blocking your yarn, your sweater is going to take on a different look. So this is actually a medium. I could have gone with a small for myself in this sweater, but I just love the way the yarn knits up. This is Kumo, and it's called Anchor's Tee on our website. So when you order a kit from Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, that kit comes with the yarn, the pattern, and a little Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl project bag for your project. So enjoy, and a little extra gifts from us as we put our kits together for you. So this is Kumo. Kumo is a little fleck, has a little bit of white running through all the colors. And then we have Sonata, which is more the solid. You'll see all the different colors of Kumo on our website as well. So while we're on Noro, wanted to come over and I'm gonna bounce back into little warmer projects again. Noro Ito is a great Aran weight yarn by Noro, and it's this this is a poncho, and I can't remember the name of it right now. It's a two-way cable poncho. So you start your piece in a rectangle, and then as you get here, well, of course you're knitting it that way, and then you come here and you pick up your stitches along the yoke, and then you start your cable, and then the cable runs all the way down the back of the poncho. So those of you who like cable, or who enjoy knitting with cables or want to learn more about them, this is a fabulous project to incorporate cables into your knitting time. So that is the poncho, and if you would like to, on our website, you can just put in the search bar Ito poncho, and you will find that. Noro has so many beautiful magazines that they put out. They 2 a year, I think they are. They put one out in the spring and one out in the fall. And the projects that are in those magazines incorporate so many of the yarns that they have. In fact, their magazine number 17 that came out this fall, we did a beautiful trunk show on that show, on those yarns that were in the book. And we also created little tasting kits. So if you wanted to get a little taste of what the yarns are like that are used in that magazine, you can still order that tasting kit on our website. So I'm going to just walk over here. You can stay right there, Paul. I think this is, so for example, this is Neuro 17, and this is, it incorporates all the different yarns that we have here. So now Kanzashi is a newer yarn by Neuro, and it's a boucle. It's just a lovely little yarn, and the colors in Kanzashi are great. But what I wanted to show you is how, like, Bachi is right here. This is knitted in Bachi, and Bachi is it's a bulky weight yarn. So we as knitters, we love to get creative and say, well, I like that pattern, but I'm not so sure I like the yarn, or I want to use that yarn. So what other yarns can be used? And sometimes a yarn will be discontinued, and especially with Noro, there's always a replacement for that yarn that comes out. So if you see a yarn or a pattern that you like in one of your Noro magazines, but you can't find the actual yarn for it, just send me a message and I will help you to find a suitable replacement yarn. Remember, not every yarn works to interchange with something else. So, sometimes the drape or the loft is not what you need for the project that you're going to be working on. So you want to make sure that you're using something that is interchangeable. So I'm just going to grab another magazine here to show the folks so here's magazine 14. And so in this magazine, for example, this number 27, let's grab number 27 and see what yarns are used in that. Okay, so this one uses Tayo. Now Tayo is right here. Tayo is a cotton, silk, wool, and polyamide blend, and it is, I believe, Tayo is an Aran to bulky weight. So even though Sonata is a still or Kumo is a similar blend, it would not work for this particular pattern. But Tayo is, and Tayo, I would look for maybe a bachi if you wanted to use a wool instead. Do we have questions, Paul?
Diane Skinner says, love your scarf / shawl you're wearing. Heart emoji and other heart emoji.
And that is called, this one is Silver Leaf, and that's on our website. So I wanted to, I brought that up because there was a pattern that I saw in one of the Noro magazines that was knitted in Silk Garden. And I decided to knit it in Akari because I wanted my pattern to be a little, I didn't want it as woolly, if you will. And Silk Garden is a typical wool. So this is the origami shawl, and this is on our website. And I love the way you have the little diamond, the origami shape. It's almost like a bamboo stick. I just love this pattern. And this is called the origami shawl. And this is where I took one pattern from one book and I interchanged the yarn with a different yarn that would work just fine for this pattern. And this is one of the only patterns that I've ever seen that at the end of the pattern it says do not block. And speaking of that, so if the pattern says do not block, I will not block, because you don't want to change the way the actual texture of that fiber or fabric knits up. But there's something else that I've seen lately that I'm not so sure, and I would love your input on this. When it says to block before you put your pieces together, for example, in a sweater, it says to block all your pieces and then put them together. I prefer to put my pieces together and make sure they're going to fit properly, and then block the whole piece as one. So I'm just curious how you feel about that.
Gina Bates, great colors on origami.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's soft, you know. Akari is such a nice soft yarn. It's kind of a squishy Noro, and you know it's a silk, cotton, viscose, mohair, wool, and polyamide. That's a mouthful. The colors are so soft and subdued. You know, if you look here at Sweeto and you look up at Kanzashi, the colors are so bold and bright, and that's fabulous. But sometimes we just want to taste
and this is Sweeto.
This is Sweeto, Tsuido, brand new. It's a bulky tweed by Noro. Just a beautiful, beautiful yarn. Really fantastic. It's 100% wool. So that is your, you know, it's very similar to Bachi, very similar to Ito, that traditional Noro feel to it. So that was just a little bit about Noro. We have lots of Noro patterns on our website at KnittyGrittyYarnGirl.com. I was very pleased to be able to introduce a fan recently to all the different textures of Noro. So I'm more than happy to do that with you as well. If you're local, you're welcome to come to the studio. We do not have brick and mortar, but we do welcome folks into the studio in very limited numbers at a time, because it is in our home, to help you get a better idea of the different yarns that we carry. If you're not able to do that, we're happy to walk you through in a FaceTime call. So if you ever say, do you know, I saw something on the show, but I'm not sure, can you walk me through, or can we take a little bit of time? Just give me a call at 203-856-6755. And we will we'll set that up with you. Again, my number is 203-856-6755. You can write that down, and I'll be sure to put it in the comments if you have any questions and you say, can I call you at some time? You always can. The number's on our website as well, on our contact information. So go ahead, Paul.
Antoinette Kellum says hello.
Hi, Antoinette. Welcome to Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl at Vogue Knitting Live. Can you take care of that while I hold this? And I would really appreciate it, because I'm going to walk the folks through our shop here. Paul needs to take care of a cat who needs to go outside. So, I can't see what's happening. So I'm going to just walk you through our shop here and show you a couple of things. So right here, I am showing you, and I hope that you're seeing it because I am looking at comments right now. And I'm showing you our Swancho. This is called Sophie's Swancho. And it's been a great seller this year, especially as we go into the cooler climates here. I love to wear things like this because I'm not a coat fan. I just want to throw something on that I'm going to be warm enough to get from the house to the car, and then, warm enough when I'm running from the car to someplace else, and possibly not even have to take my sweater off. So the Swancho is a great thing for me. Ponchos, things like that, capes. I'm really big on those. And also just a nice sweater too. So Sophie's Swancho is a great way to incorporate some mosaic knitting with a little bit of design work in here without having to change colors, and to give it a different texture. This pattern is knitted using a DK weight yarn. And what I decided to do for my Swancho, and we offer it two ways. You can find it in a DK weight, and you can also find it where we've combined a sport weight, a speckle sport weight, like as you're seeing here, along with kid mohair. So you put the two together to create your base color. And then we have the contrasting colors in a DK weight. So really pretty combinations on our website if you're looking to create Sophie Swancho with the mohair incorporated into the design.
Did you see Julie Edwards' comment?
I did not, sweetheart.
Julie Edwards just finished a sweater that I blocked first, then sewed together, and found it easier as the edges weren't rolling.
Oh, well, there's a thought. Okay, well, that's good. And so it fit together nicely. I've recently seen a case where someone did that, and then they may have blocked one piece a little bigger than it needed to be, or smaller or bigger, and then it's harder to fit it all in. So just it's good to hear. I'm glad that it worked out well for you. So and thank you for sharing that. And if anyone else would care to share, I really appreciate it. So on the swatcho, when you're doing your combining your mohair and your sport weight, and then you have your solid DK. One of the nice weights that you can use, one of the nice yarns you can put in there would be chow as your alternate color, or your contrasting color. So here's a red. You can use a red. There's a hot pink in here. Oh, this one would be really pretty with that. So you put that as your solid, and you mix this with your pink or with a white, and really just a very pretty idea. The other swatcho that you'll see, same pattern, same kit, different yarn, you'll find the swatcho using Patagonia. And Patagonia is a very lovely, it's an organic merino wool by Juniper Moon Farm. It's a DK weight. The color contrasts are beautiful. New colors that came in, for the fall. A lot of the earth tones came in, bringing some nice new life into the colorways that was there. So Patagonia is it's a nice yarn to work with, and it holds up beautifully. You can use Patagonia for sweaters and shawls. It's a really nice all-round yarn. Where is the piece that I had right here? Ben, it's right there, the pink one on the here. I just want to show this to the folks. This is again, mixing two different yarns together. This is called Fleur, Fleur. And this is using Patagonia. Get this. Let me see if I can put this on right that way. Here's my point. There we go. So that you can see how nice it lays. So this is using Patagonia, and another mohair that we have. Of course, you can team it up with the Silky Kid. But what we did with this is we teamed it up right here with 50 mohair shades. I keep calling it 50 shades of mohair. And these colors, I have plenty more in the back stock. It's just that they're stacked away for me to get them. So the 50 shades of mohair is really a lot of fun. The colors are great. And, you can create a tone on tone like we did here in this shawl. So you can show them this shawl, Paul. Or you can go completely, you can do a contrast, and you can put your bobbles in the deeper color or in a lighter color to give you some nice contrast there. So this is Fleur. It's on our website. I just wanted to see something. Sometimes it's just fun to grab things and play around, like those two would work fun if you're a purple person. You can do the pink. Oh, that one's not so pretty, but just mixing your colors, get creative. We have, if you see a kit again and you go, oh, I like this color, but I don't like the color you have with it. What other shades do you have? We become your local yarn shop online. So don't ever hesitate to call us and ask the question. You'll never know the answer if you don't ask the question, and we're always here to help you out. I had one person the other day who was asking questions about a particular yarn, and I just finally said, here, let me send you a sample of it. I have small samples from when I knit something. People make scrappy quilts or scrappy sweaters. I don't do that. I save those little ends for folks who say, I'm not sure if this yarn will work for me. Can you send me a little sample? And as long as I have that sample, I'm more than happy to send it to you. And just wrap up a little skein of it. It's not enough to make a sweater, not enough to make anything, but it's certainly enough to give you an idea of the feel of that yarn.
Gina Bates says that was me.
Gina, you're not the only person, believe me. So We are happy to accommodate whenever we can and how we can. Just don't sit because Ben is behind you. All right. So, Fleur, Swancho.
Gina Bates says, thanks so much.
You're welcome. It's on its way tomorrow. It's going out tomorrow with the rest of the shipments that we have. And so, you know, one of the things I wanted to wear today, I didn't get a chance to put it on. You know, there's so many things I try to dress myself very basically for this show because I want to be able to show you so many things. And this little cowl, we talked about it a couple of days on the show, a couple of days ago on the show, but I didn't get a chance to actually show it to you. I don't think so. I thought I'd just put it on today. This is a great little thing to wear. Like, for example, this shirt that I'm wearing today has a low, you know, an open neckline, and it's a little bit cool down here. So just something like this without it being a shawl to wrap around you is just enough to get, you know, give you that little extra warmth. It's also a perfect size to put under your coat and to keep you a little toasty if you don't have that top button on your coat closed up. So this is the shawl collared cowl, and it's knitted with Beatrix. Beatrix is a brand new yarn from Juniper Moon Farm. Let me pull up one of the other colors in it. That was just him. That's no big deal. And so it's a 54% merino, 30% angora, and 16% nylon. Soft as a cloud, fabulous to knit. And it's a chainette construction. So it holds together beautifully and works up beautifully. And what's interesting with this yarn, as is with all our yarns, is how the fabric changes depending on the needle that you use. So in this case, I use the recommended size needle for this, which is, let's see, what did I use on this one? I believe it is, hold on. Okay, so it's a 9 to 11. I believe that this one was knitted with a size 9. So you can see how your stitches, you know, are nice and tight, and your texture is, your fiber or fabric is exactly what you would expect. Then you go to another pattern. If I can put you down for a moment, little guy. We have a needy dog today. And our concentric cables is also knitted with the same yarn, just using a bigger needle. And this is a fun project. This is called a 10-hour project. It's called Concentric Cables Cowl. It's on our website, and it's a great weekend project. I love, and so is this. You know, these are those projects that are not going to take a long time, that are going to show up beautifully, and they make great gifts.
Mary Huber says, darling cowl, great to make gifts also. Looks great on you.
Thank you.
And Wilka Toppins, is that on your website as a kit?
It is. It is. These both are. Here, let me show you how pretty this is. I love this. So you see, we've got lots of cables going on here in the shop right now. A little bit of color work, great variety of so many things here. This is, you know, this feels really nice. Boy, I think I'm going to like working and wearing Beatrix. It's really a great, now I just had it on in a, you know, a tighter knit, and now this in the loose, and it just feels so nice and soft and fluffy. It's light and fluffy, honey.
Wilka Toppin says, that is so cool.
Yeah, and the colors in Beatrix are great. So you'll find Beatrix on our website in both kits as well as individual skeins.
And Christine Cawley says, did you say what the name of that little neck cowl was that you were wearing?
I did, and I'll say it again. It's called the shawl collared cowl. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. I sometimes say those words so fast that I don't give you a chance to remember them. And you can search for them now. And what I do after the show is go back through all the comments and respond to all of them. So if there's something that you asked about, I will then include the link to that so that you don't have to go searching through the website for it. So yeah, so that, whoa. And this is the concentric cables. Let me show you this one. That is your concentric cables cowl. So I will, like I said, I'll post the links to both of those once we get through. So, you know, we love to share the love here at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. And if this is your first time with us, we are so excited to have you here. And we hope that you join us every week on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook for our Twisted Stitches show. We host a 30-minute show on Monday nights where we have trunk shows and we introduce new yarns and new patterns and new kits and all that fun stuff. We do some demos. And so we hope that you'll join us there and you'll like our page and join and follow us so that you get notifications when we do go live. We go live often. We also have our regular Monday night show. And then what's even better is not just that you like us and follow us, but that you share our page and you share it with your friends and you share it with your knitting groups and you let everybody know about Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. And that's how we grow our community and we get all of our friends involved with each other's friends. And we just love it. And when you share Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, we share back with you because every time you share, your name goes into our sharing bucket. And at the end of or during our show, that's what we've got in here. Every time you share, and I mean, if you share 4 different posts, your name goes in 4 different times. And every time we get together, well, nearly every time we get together, we draw a name from our sharing bucket and we give away gifts like skein of yarn, a knitting book, so many things that we have. So my announcer husband and director is about to show you how to share if you don't know how to get that word out.
All right. Sharing is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, on the left, you click on the share button on the bottom of the post. Step 2, where it has the privacy settings, change it to public. If you change it to public, we'll be able to see that you actually shared it, and therefore we put your name into the bucket. And step number 3, click on share now, and voila, you are sharing like royalty.
And we are sharing right back. So feel free to take a moment and share while we're here. And we'll put your name in the bucket today because we're going to be drawing a name. And matter of fact,
Wilka Toppin said, ha, I just did before you said that.
And we will, I'm going to, oh, you know what? Who was that, Wilka?
Yep. Wilka Toppins.
I'm going to put your name right in there right now, Wilka. Okay, so this is what happens. We take a minute here. And between now and Monday, when our show goes back on again, our weekly show, if you share any of our posts, your name will go into the bucket again. So that's how we do it. We just keeps going around and around and around. You can ask people like Anna Marie Milani and I don't know, Jan Forty and Leslie Flaherty and all these people who have won free skeins of yarn from Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl.
Eileen Miller says, can you talk about the Gabriella sweater kit?
The Gabriella sweater kit, I have to take a peek at it to know exactly which one it is. We have so many kits up there. No problem, though. Let me find it. Oh, I'm thinking it might be.
And Wilka Toppin says, yay.
I think it might be one using Beatrix. Let me look. What was the name of it, Paul? Gabriella?
Yeah. Gabriella sweater kit.
Oh, the Gabriella. I actually have it right here. Hold on one moment. Let me get it for you. And it's a Mirasol.
Don't change that dial. She'll be right back.
It is right here. This is really cool. So Mirasol Huni is a brand new yarn It's 100%. Oh, I think it's 100% superwash. Well, let me look. Let me look before I. So, Mirasol is a fabulous yarn company. Their yarns are sourced in Peru, and the Mirasol company does a wonderful job of working with the community. They've created a school called the Mirasol School, where they give back and they help to educate the children of the shepherds and the farmers there, so that they can get a better education than they normally would, because most of the time they're spending their time out in the fields and out with the sheep herding. So let me just see here. This is 100% wool. It's a worsted weight blend and a worsted weight wool. And the Gabriella sweater is a top. It looks like it's a top down sweater here. Wait a minute. Let me see for sure. Yep, it looks like it's knitted. It's got, you get a little bit of stranded color work in there. Really very, very lovely. I love the tassels in here. It's a stockinette stitch. You've got your stranded color work. It looks to me, okay, so we've got side seams on here. So you've got a front and back. So it's not knitted in the round. It may be knitted in the round up here. And really pretty yoke on it. It uses a nice variety of colors of the Huni yarn. Now we have it on our website in these specific colors. If you prefer to use different colors, feel free to find the amount of yarns that you'll need and go to the Huni yarn, and you can choose the colors you want. Or even better, you can give me a call at 203-856-6755, and I can help you do that while we're here in the shop. We can do a FaceTime call. I can show you the colors, and we can help put that kit together for you in a custom colorway.
Anna Munford, hello from Cleveland, Tennessee.
Hi, Anna.
And Anna Munford says, I'm so excited to start the Icebreaker Knit Along project this week. And Leslie Welsh Flaherty, so true. Not only does Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl respond immediately, she also gives us beautiful shared gifts during the drawings.
Which we're going to do right now.
We're going to do it right now?
We're going to do one now.
Whoa.
And then that'll give the folks who are watching an opportunity to see how this works. And then
they can share
and we'll draw again at the end of the show.
Wow.
We have 2 gifts to give away.
Wow.
It's the last day. I'm feeling generous. All right. Show your hand. There's nothing in your hand. There's nothing in your hand. Paul always digs down. Maybe you can take one from the top one day. Okay.
And the winner is...
Da-da-da. Kathy Stoddard.
Congratulations, Kathy
Yay,
Stoddard.
Kathy.
You're the winner today.
Yay, Kathy.
So far.
You are our first winner today. We're going to do this again. So any of you who are watching right now, if you want to share, and we'll make sure we get the sharing bucket up to date before the end of the day. We've got lots of giveaways that we've done this weekend. And I'm really happy to share it with all you folks. So thanks for loving Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, and thanks for sharing us with your friends. So Kathy Stoddard, your name's going right here, and you've got a free scan of yarn coming your way.
Congratulations.
Okay, so I talked about that Gabriella sweater. If there's more information you'd like on it, leave it in the search bar. And like I said, I'm more than happy to work with you. If you can either contact me on the contact form at nittygrittyyarngirl.com, or give me a call, and we can help you there. Also, remember, our code for the show for your free shipping for orders over $50 in the US is VK Live. And if you're outside the US, you place your order and we will reimburse you or refund you $10 of your shipping. So yes, we do ship all over the world. We have a great time, and we ship all our products all over the world. I can't believe the dog is just giving Paul some love right now. It's so cute.
We've gone from mobile to global, so feel free to share it with your foreign friends.
As a matter of fact, Chrissy Arthur is one of our fans out in New Zealand. Posted last night. Paul, did you get me? I shared too.
Leslie Welsh Flaherty, yay, Kathy, and Gloria Hamelthies shared.
So I'm showing you right here. I was just fluffing up the Isadora cowl, and I was chatting a little bit earlier, texting a little bit earlier with one of our fans, Anna Maria Milani, who was looking for some yarn for hats. And Moonshine is a great yarn for so many things. I love the texture of it. It's soft and squishy, works up really nicely. This is the Isadora cowl, and you can see it's got a little bit of textured work in there. Very, very pretty, very faint. And this cowl is on our website in 2 sizes, so you can get it in this mini cowl size and also in the infinity cowl. So
I think you need to add a name.
Which name do I need to add?
Gloria Hamelthies. Hommel, then Theiss.
Okay, Gloria Hamelthies, you are going in.
You're going in.
Okay, so I wanted to show the folks another of the Moonshine kits is called the Dottie Cowl. And I just love the way this cowl worked up in Moonshine. And what did we use with this? Amatola Grande by Louisa Harding. This is really cool. So now I've got narrow shoulders. I can actually wear this as a little cape like that, and it works up beautifully. This is really pretty. If you want to back up or let me spin around, I'll show the folks all the colors in the Moonshine. So if you're using Moonshine by itself, you got your variety of colors here. We also, for the Dottie Cowl, we've put together kits for you. So, for example, you might do the blue with the bonsai. There's one of my favorite colorways is the gray. I love this. Is called Obsidian, and I love mixing it with the red, the black, white, and red. Always a pretty combination. It's just so sharp looking. So there are so many colors in the Moonshine, and then in the Amatola Grande down here, Paul. You can show a little variety of those colors. So we've got lots of, there's a hummingbird and the Cabernet, TikTok, you name it. They're all in there, and they are all pretty. This is the iridescent, really nice.
This is not your grandpappy's Moonshine.
This is not your grandpappy's Moonshine. Oh, that's funny.
Gloria Hamelthies said shared, and Gina Bates said, I think I shared correctly this time.
Well, that's good to know, Gina.
Add Gina Bates to there.
Okay, good. Well, we do get notifications. It tells us that 12 people shared. It'll say Gina Bates and 12 people shared Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, the post. And then I look and I only see 3 people's names there. It's because it's not public. So you need to make sure you make that public. And
if you don't win today, your name stays in the bucket. You have a chance of winning.
Thank you, Paul. That is so true. You have a chance of winning every time.
Anna Mumford shared. Got to add her name to the list.
Yes, Anna. Okay, so Anna and I are going to be doing a call to practice mosaic knitting so that she can be all ready for our knit along. So that's what we're doing. If you're not familiar with mosaic knitting, which is basically pretty much the way that cowl is, that capelet is created, we're doing little, like I said, little mini things. So I want to be sure to address the question that I had the other day about the batade. And let me show you batade for those of you who have not seen it yet. So batade is, Stephen West is one of the most creative people I know. and he created the batard. This is not a new pattern by him. I can't keep up with his patterns. I've never seen anybody create things so quickly and have so much variety in the patterns. But this is really a sweet piece that I did many years ago, long before I owned a yarn shop. And so you can see there are some I've learned a lot, and I'm so glad to be able to share it with you. So the batard is created using it's knitted in the round. It's created using stockinette stitch, garter stitch, short rows. So you've got your short rows. You can see here how they're narrow and then wide, narrow and then wide. You have the yarn overs that bring those little eyelets in there. And then what's called welting. You have an I cord down here, but you've got welting throughout. So your welting is created by knitting, because you're in the round. This is knitting 8 rows, and then you knit your first row and your 8th row together. And so I had a lot of questions about that yesterday, so I thought I would just show you how that works. And what I don't have is another needle, so let me just grab a needle, Paul, very quickly, right here. Okay. So, yes, that's the personality in the house. Okay, so I'm just going to show this to you very quickly. Excuse me, I didn't mean to spin my back to you all. So we've got our 8 rows, or however many rows of stockinette we have here. And now the pattern tells me that I need to knit my first row and my 8th row together. So this is what's going to happen, right? We're going to knit those two together to create that welt. Pretty simple, right? Well, the way you want to make sure you're picking up your stitches, one of the things you don't want to do, you want to be careful not to do, is you see like right here, how they got a little twisted stitches. Not really, just a little twisted yarn. The way you want to make sure to avoid that is to pick up all your stitches. So for example, let's see how many stitches we have here. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So I have 24 stitches. So here's my row 1. So I'm going to pick up those 24 stitches going across. So I'm using my spare needle here. You can see I'm picking up the top, or the U, if you will, not the umbrella. I'm picking up the U of my stitch all the way across. Now this way I will know that I have the exact number of stitches that I need, so that when I knit my welt, when I knit my 2 rows together, please don't do that. Knit my 2 rows together, I have the right number of stitches, and I have 1 stitch over the other. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So the next thing I'm going to do is pick up the dog. Come here, Ben. The next thing I'm going to do is take the needles that I'm working with, and I'm going to slip my needle through the front and then through the back. And then I'm going to knit those 2 together and take them both off the needle. Then I go to my second stitch right there. I knit my front and my back, or slip my needle through my front and my back. So you can see that as I go front stitch, back stitch, take them both off. Oops, I think I dropped one. And that's the one thing you have to be careful about, that you don't drop your stitch. Front stitch, back stitch, take them both off. So see what I'm doing right there is I'm creating my little welt. And when you're finished with that row, you're right in the place you need to be to start your next row.
Gina Bates says, love the demo. Looks fun.
It is fun, and it takes the mystery out of doing it. You know, that's people hesitate to try a new pattern or new stitch because they don't know. Well, you know, it's kind of like if you decided never to try to ride a bicycle again the first time you fell, you'd still, you know, we'd reach adulthood and not know how to ride a bike. So my feeling is, you know, grab some scrap yarn, knit up a little swatch, and before you know it, you're learning a new stitch. It's okay to rip it out. So just don't, don't practice on the project, practice on scrap yarn. And I always suggest using bigger yarn, heavier yarn and bigger needles than you're going to need for your project so that it's easier to navigate, to navigate that stitch. Uh-oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Okay, so I got my 2 stitches off. So I'm just going to knit them right there. Oopsie. And we're getting to the end of this row. And so I'll show you what happens when we reach the end. So for example, in batade, once you reach the end of a row of your welting, you go right back into your garter stitch. You're knitting in the round. So your next row, you'll be right in that position to start your garter stitch round. And we're almost to the end of our front stitch, back stitch. My needle goes through both those loops on each needle. And oops, I picked up an extra along the way. It looks like that was the one I thought I dropped. Oopsie. Hey, you, get off of my cloud. So there you are. Now there's your welt. Nice straight line all the way across. You've got your stitches. See how nice that falls. And now you're ready. This is where I leave my needles, where I keep them when I'm not working with my extra set of needles and then I can't find them. So now you're ready for your next row. And that would be a knit row because you'd be working in the round here. So that's it. That's how you create the welt, folks. I hope that was helpful to the folks who asked about that. More than happy to do those demos whenever I can.
We're coming up on the final 2 minutes of the show.
Get out. Well, it was such a fun time to be here with you. And it was fun to be at Vogue Knitting Live with all you new folks. Thank you so much for joining us. So, if I pull your name and you've never been to Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl before, I will send you a message and ask you for your contact information or your mailing address. So we're going in. We're going in.
And the winner is
Charlene Demers Hill.
Congratulations.
Charlene Demers Hill, you are the winner of a new skein of yarn. Yay, yay. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a fan of Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. As we come to a close of Vogue Knitting Live and another round of new friends and new fans at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, I'd like to share with you about our friendship retreats. We are having a retreat that we've put together for it's a 2 full days. It's a half day on Friday, all day Saturday, half day on Sunday, February 26th, 27th, and 28th. We're going to be at the Water's Edge Resort and Spa in Westbrook, Connecticut. It is a lovely spa, a lovely resort. We have a room that is huge. It holds over 100 people. We're maxing our program out because of COVID at 35 people. We've got lots of folks signed up already. So please don't hesitate. Come join us. Get your registration in. Your registration includes all your meals, all the activities that we do, and your choice of a kit that we have. I think we've got 6 different kits that we're offering at the retreat. We've got everything from what's called socks galore. We've got the Dottie cowl. We're doing a capelet, lots of different great projects for you to choose from. We have fantastic yarns here at Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. We're so proud of all the yarns that we offer and the kits that we have for all of you. So go on to nittygrittyyarngirl.com, look up our retreat. We'd love to have you join us. All the information about the retreat itself and our COVID precautions are on there, so that you can feel safe when you make your reservation and know that we will be there for you, even if for some strange reason we can't hold the retreat. So are we done? Are we finished?
One last reminder on the code.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Free shipping. VK Live. Orders over $50. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Remember to share Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl. And we will see you right back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for Twisted Stitches.